I'm sure I could do that. Hey, it's Steve here again, your buddy old pal, right here at the Life and Sad Ending channel. And today we're talking about that great entertainer, Bobby Van. Born Robert Jack Stein on December 6, 1928 in the Bronx of New York, Bobby's childhood was spent backstage with his vaudeville parents. At the young age of 4, he made his stage debut as a scene-stealing part of his parents' act. Growing up in New York City, Bobby showed a special interest in music, particularly the trumpet. However, a last-minute song and dance job at a Catskill Mountains resort where he and his band performed a gig ultimately changed his life. A natural on stage, Bobby also showcased his comedic talents by telling jokes and doing impressions. World War II temporarily halted his promising career, but he eventually regained his momentum and began performing in nightclubs, on radio, and television. Bobby gained Broadway recognition in the musical Alive and Kicking and the revival of On Your Toes in 1950. He married musical actress Diane Garrett in 1952, and she abruptly retired and they adopted a son, Peter. He joined MGM and transitioned to movies. In 1952, he collaborated with Debbie Reynolds in Skirts Ahoy and had a minor role in Because You're Mine, which showcased his dance skills. Bobby's career progressed to second lead status in Small Town Girl in 1953, co-starring with Jane Powell and featuring his iconic hopping dance sequence. He transitioned to film stardom as the charming high school swooner in the heartwarming The Affairs of Dobie Gillis in 1953. However, his most remarkable performance came in the musical classic Kiss Me Kate, where he, Tommy Rowell, and the then dancer Bob Fosse captivated audiences with their breathtaking footwork in the From This Moment On number. Despite this MGM film potentially launching his movie career, it ultimately marked his last film appearance for over a decade. With the golden age of MGM officially behind him, Bobby found himself in a new phase of his career. He continued to be active in show business. He worked as a choreographer staging musical numbers for Jerry Lewis movies, The Ladies' Man in 1961 and It's Only Money in 1962. Bobby also made regular appearances on television, including the short-lived Mickey in 1964, starring his old MGM friend Mickey Rooney. In the early 1960s, Bobby and his wife Diane split. In 1968, he married singer and comedian Elaine Joyce. The couple became a popular duo, frequently appearing on television game shows like Tattletales and The Match Game. Game shows proved to be a steady source of income for Bobby, and he eventually hosted his own shows, including Show Offs in 1975, The Fun Factory in 1976, and Make Me Laugh in 1979. On stage, Bobby staged a comeback when he co-starred in the successful Broadway revival of No No Nanette in 1971. Bobby received a Tony nomination for his performance. In 1977, his wife Elaine gave birth to their daughter Taylor. Unfortunately, in 1979, Bobby was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. Despite undergoing surgery to remove the tumor, the cancer progressed. Bobby tried to keep his illness a secret until his fourth and final appearance as the host of the Mrs. America pageant in June of 1980. Sadly, Bobby Van passed away a month later on July 31, 1980. He was only 51 years old. He was interred at Mount Sinai Memorial Park in Burbank, California. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time, unless I come to my own sad ending.